Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Vorm. This is Terra Invicta. We are continuing our return slash relearning slash reminding game. V2. There we go. All right. So when we last left off, we finally got control of America. We're doing kind of maintenance mode and treading water while we try to fix a few things and get some tech done. Oh, yeah, and we claimed our first 2 spots on the moon. The aliens are starting to get a little spicier. We got some other events, some xenofauna. Xenoflora, actually. We haven't seen the fauna yet. All right, there is the solar system. And let's just jump straight down.
Where do you need me?
To what we're actually paying attention to for the most part right now. All right, so we just started a new turn. We are advising, we are inspiring. I don't remember who I was inspiring. Apparently Daniel. Let's switch to Steve.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
All right, you just finished capturing the rest of Bahrain. And we have it set for... Yeah, we have it set for... Give us all the money. All right, that restores our money pump. What else are we going to have you do? Back to surveillance. Yeah, unfortunately, back to surveillance. Let's try Austria.
Setting a watch. Your orders?
Steve, we're out of aliens to investigate currently. Actually, I should probably be surveilling China, where we're getting a lot of alien activity. They had a crash landing there, and they're starting to spread out from that area. Let's keep investigating counselors, though. Let's go with that one in Cairo.
Eyes on target. Standing by.
And you... what are the metrics here? Useful. But guess we're going to go back to inspiring. Right there.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
All right. So mostly we got a couple people that are inspiring loyalty in our other counselors to help them resist any foreign attempts to turn them away from our cause. Go look at our research. What was I doing? Got audience and killer instinct going. I got my tech spread out all over the place, which is making us the leader in a lot of categories. We're not... I don't think we're going to catch up here. We're 150 behind. Yeah, we're not going to catch up before that's over. But that'll be okay. That's going to get us... Actually, let's do this. Let's pull out of that one. Increase our funding there. And let's keep that one. Let's get this done quicker. That way we can get the mining platform up to our moon outposts. Alright, did we have any new orgs? Looks like the same org list. Snow Leopard Commando Group. 120 influence. I was looking for something to help out. Unfortunately, she's the only one that can take it, and she is not who I would hand that to. So, not going to matter. I wouldn't credit me with doing any kind of specific playthrough. I'm doing a, how the heck does this game work again, playthrough? That's what this is. I've only played it briefly a couple of times over its couple of years in early access, and the last one was quite a while ago, so I'm still playing catch-up on how things work. And even when I did play before, I never made it past the very early space industrialization portion. I think I got an outpost on Mars once. I've built on the moon a few times, but that's it. I've never built a ship. I've never actually fought the aliens. So huge parts of the game I don't have any clue about. So if you see me doing something strategically interesting, it's totally an accident. Yeah, I can see the parallel for Humanity First in XCOM. Okay, so counselors assigned. I'm not spending. Well, you're at 20 exactly, our kingpin. What the hell was I doing this? I'm still 99% sure I'm gonna fire this guy and hire somebody else. Who's on our recruit list now? Now there's a spy. 9-7. Only 2 admin though. Good looking mission list. Not quite as many investigation missions as I would like. But he can sub in for public campaign, control nation, with a little bit of effort. Yeah, that guy looks a lot more interesting, and he's cheap. I think that's a different fixer than we saw before. An awkward genius. 0 persuasion. -3 to persuasion. Purge and Crackdown. With a 9 investigation, the Crackdown's in a good spot. Investigate's in a good spot. Espionage is pretty good for the Purge, so that one guy can go either or. Yeah, I think I'm liking the Spy. I think I'm going to change out. Get rid of my other guy and bring in the Spy. They're both from China, so I'm keeping that connection. And he's still got 12 points towards the cap. Versus, ooh, holy crap, this guy's 18 points towards the cap. Well, that's going to be a bit of a swing. That will be a problem. When am I next going to raise this cap? Damn it. Yeah, that cap shift is going to hurt. I'm trying to decide if it's worth the switch. I'll probably get a couple of, at least 1 experience point upgrade I can throw in to counter. Maybe 2. How old is this guy? 41. Yeah, I probably only get 1. I think I'm going to do it anyway. This is 1.0. So, you know, there, take that. I'm playing the 1.0 release. You won't play the 1.0 release until January 5. But me, I am super special. I get to play it early. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I just really don't like this guy. Alright, so Kingpin, you're out of here.
Mission is a no-go.
Yep, that's fine. Recruiting. I want the spy. Recruit. I sure hope I didn't have any orgs on that Kingpin. I didn't actually look. I didn't notice. Uh-oh. I don't know if they just go into an unassigned pool or if he takes them with him. I might have made a mistake there. Alright, yep. One only upgrade. And if I want it to go towards something that's going to help my cap deficiency, it's got to be either persuasion, command, or administration. Much as I want to keep pumping is investigation and espionage, it's going to be admin, augment, admin. Gets to be 1 point closer. Alright, where else are we? I'm waiting to get to 40 with him so I can get the senior computer scientist specialization. Nobody else is close. Alright, so. Yeah.
Standing
gotta
by
give him
for
the mission.
orders.
He's more capable on the mission set at least. He's got more stuff that will be interesting to me at more times. Let's go. Do we continue to rah-rah Canada? Let's go, you're my investigator guy. Let's go find somebody to investigate. 61% in Cairo. Let's go to Albania. 93 for this person
We'll
in
see
Albania.
what they're up to.
I need to get in contact with Resistance again to, I don't remember, did we get the non-aggression pact? Relations, we did. We got a non-aggression pact with them. They're the first ones that I've done anything with so far. So we are these are the other 6 factions, human factions in the game. There's 7 human factions to choose from. You can play any of them. We're playing the most extreme of the human factions, Humanity First. We are rabidly xenophobic and anti-alien, and we hate every single human that doesn't feel the same way as we do about the situation. So we are diametrically opposed to the servants who worship the aliens and are helping them in every way possible. So they're our exact opposite. We are in conflict with them. We're the little red hand symbol. Next up on that side of the spectrum is the Protectorate. These are the guys that just want to surrender. They want to appease the aliens. They want to surrender on the best terms possible. We don't like that either. We're in conflict with them. Everybody else we tolerate. The closest to us on the spectrum is the Resistance. They're like our not quite so angry brothers and sisters. We're the extreme version of the Resistance. So we want to be friendly with these guys. These 3, we can take it, we can leave it. We'll use them as we need to. But the servants are our primary opponents. Alright, so we have that. So I would like to get intel sharing with them. So next time I get an opportunity or I have time, I'll contact them and see if we can get intel sharing. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for. Alright, I think we're all set. So, confirm
Mission
assignments.
aborted.
Inspire mission aborted. Okay. Speed things up here. How do you start?
Offering support.
Alright, we're still advising the U.S., improving the nation's output of research and investment points. We're going to keep doing
I
that.
believe they'll stay loyal to
We
the cause.
inspired our other counselor, increased their loyalty by 2. I've got a couple people I'm just going down the list here and just inspiring all of my guys to keep raising and raising and raising their loyalty, get it done early so they have the best defense about getting turned by enemies. Yeah, we'll do another one of those.
Surveillance complete.
Investigate counselor success. Alright, Dayakar in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Ooh, it's a servant agent. That's what I wanted. Repeat and continue. Track that person
Got
down.
some intel on our target.
Alright. And loyalty score. We got a critical success, Niwe Rada, initiative. Oh, we can see her apparent loyalty. Alright. Spaceflight program initiated for Canada. They can now start generating boost and mission control. I'm coming back for you, Canada. Just got to get America sorted out first. New project, composite armor. Lost a control point in Mexico. That's fine. Oh, another UFO crash. Russia? Man, China and Russia have been getting all the action from the aliens in this run and in my test run I did. Okay. Oh, we got Killer Instinct completed. Gave us 100 ops points. I haven't been using the ops points yet. We're not quite at the stage where it's really going to be starting to be used heavily. And we get +4 to assassinate missions. Alright. Let's do alien methods. Yes, alien methods. Oh, we just didn't quite get it done this turn. Let's go ahead and bounce back over here. And, yeah, that's fine. So the more you spread the tech around, the higher your actual output is. So when I don't have a point in there, it's 32. When I put a point in there, our total tech outflow goes to 33.4. So you want to spread your tech around to get the best overall amount of science research done, but you're not then focusing on a particular thing. So you'll get the one thing slower, but you'll overall get a larger boost. Alright, we're just going to wait for that. Are we done? We're not quite done.
We cannot just send
Oh,
up a
never
bunch
mind.
of
It did
diggers
finish
and
this
hope
turn.
for the best. Even
Just
dirt
in
doesn't
time.
behave the same way up there.
Okay,
One might as well build a
we did
house
not
on a pile of rice.
contribute the most.
Direct
They
the
chose
Hollywood
Deep System
with your regular
Skywatch.
newsletter,
Resistance
preparing
contributed
for
the most
tomorrow.
science to that one, and they chose that for the next research. That's the benefit for being the country that puts the most research into a particular project. Alright, so they chose Deep System Skywatch. Whoever puts in the most, like I'm vastly in the lead here, if I maintain that, and we are the highest when it hits the end, I get to select what tech goes into that slot. Alright, so, yeah, I am going to back out of that one. Put more emphasis there and there. Okay, new orgs. Snow Leopard, Desir, Telescopium, Persuasion, Investigation, and Espionage. For 273 bucks. I like it. It's 2-star. Our spy only has 3 admin. I'd need to give him another admin points if I gave him this so that I could make sure I could org stack him later. Possibly I could drop a single-star org on that would add more administration, but those tend to be pretty expensive. That would get him up to a 10 investigate and a 9 espionage, though, with a bonus persuasion that he can actually use because he does have the missions. I kind of like it. Let's do it. Alright, so now he's at 10 investigation, 9 espionage. And the only other one is Snow Leopard, which I can't afford. Yeah, org stacking is important. So right here it shows that he's got 1 out of 5. The reason he has 5 as his max is because it's your administration score that determines how many orgs you can control. And the cost of controlling an org is how many yellow stars are in the corner. So this was a 1-star org, so it only took 1 of my 5 admin points to control it. Some orgs, like this one here, Ministry of State, that little symbol right there, the administration symbol. So this org gives that as a benefit and it gives 6 of them. So it costs 3 stars to maintain and control it, but it gives you 6 admin. So you have a net gain of 3 admin that you could then use to control other things. So that's org stacking. So you want to make sure you leave enough points so that you can drop an org on somebody to increase their admin, which then lets you drop more orgs, some of which might add admin, which lets you drop more orgs. You just build up like that. You probably won't be able to do it for all your characters, but it's important to have certain ones stacked pretty high as soon as you can manage it. You can move the orgs around. You can pull it off of one person and put it on another person for a nominal cash fee. But Ministry of State Security costs a massive amount of monthly income. Minus 220 a month. So you would have to be paying 220 out. I'm only making 120 with the USA under my control and a cash state that I'm just siphoning money out of, an oil-rich state that I've got the hose turned on, give me all your money mode. And I still couldn't make anywhere remotely near the amount of money to keep that thing going. So that's way out of our reach. Extremely powerful, but that's a more mid-game, late-game org. I can't touch that one. And none of the other ones. Office 39 gives some admin, but it's only 1 point, and it's a 2-star, so you don't get a gain there. And we're not allowed to take that one. Okay, so we got no orgs to work with. Did we hit 40 on our guy yet? No, we're at 38. All right, it's going to take another turn or two. He's just doing advised missions. I think you only get like 1 XP per turn that you do that mission. Some missions pay 2, some missions pay 3. So, all right. We're done there. We just got to set that up. We've already got our research going. So what are we doing with you guys? We're basically in a waiting mode with America here. We're just trying to drive up the... Oh my God, we made it to 2.1. This is awesome. So we're driving down inequality and we're trying to drive up the cohesion. These are both bad in their current states. I need low inequality and I need higher cohesion. Preferably I need to get to about 5 cohesion for optimal running of the country. The secondary problem is we're going to get a story event that's going to trash my cohesion. We're going to lose an entire point. It's going to drop from 2.1 to 1.1 again. Which sucks. I know it's coming. I'm not sure exactly when it's coming. 10 more days we were going to have executive control. Oh, am I going to beat the timer on that thing? Oh, this is going to be interesting. I wasn't sure. Last time I looked, we were like 40 some days out, and I thought the event that would drop our cohesion would happen before I got full executive control of the US. Once you grab the control nodes, there's a timer you have to wait out before you kind of consolidate your power and learn where all the levers of power are. So it's a timer that's listed right here under our symbol. It says 10 days now. So we're on 2-week cycles now. So when I process this turn and we get an action mode again after I process the turn, I will have achieved full executive control of the US, and I can then go in and declare wars. And we're going to declare some wars. We're not going to prosecute the wars. We're just going to declare some wars. And that's going to give us kind of a rally the flag effect, get public opinion focused on an opponent, and it's going to raise our cohesion. Artificially, of course. Later, we'll never actually fight the wars. We'll just sue for peace eventually down the line. But it's a way of jumping our cohesion up, which will, help a lot of other things. So once I get these a little better balanced, then we can start putting points back into all the other priorities. Right now, we're all about unity and welfare, just to affect these 2 items, which are the really big problems for the U.S. at the start. We've already secured our public opinion. We're sitting around 85%, 86%. So that's not going to budge much from there. So we've already done that. We've secured that. We've already lowered unrest. It's crept back up a bit. I'll have to put somebody on a lower unrest mission again here pretty quick. But we've solved pretty much all the other problems. We just got to wait. It just takes time. It's a big country, a lot of inertia, so it's just going to take time to get these into some proper positions, and then I'll start putting funding points back out in the other categories. So yeah, I'm really curious. Are we going to beat the buzzer? And am I going to get some artificial inflation that I can take advantage of so we don't tank back down to the single digit? Interesting. All right. No, I'm not doing direct investment at this point. I know it's a thing. I only loosely remember some of the main points about some of this stuff. I know direct investment is a thing. Yeah, $500, 279 influence. Yeah, I can't even do any of it right now. Massive costs. So, yeah, it's not a trade-off I can actually do right now anyway. So, what are we going to do with you guys? You are going to go investigate. Actually, who's going to go
I'm
investigate? You're going to go investigate. 'Cause the other guy can't. All
Headed
right,
there
get that
now.
done, and then you are
Ready
going to
for
keep
my mission.
inspiring. Actually, I need to stabilize. Yeah. All right, so stabilizing the nation right down here. It notes reduce unrest in the target region. It's based on the command stat. He's got a 6, so he's okay at it. We got a high chance of success, largely because this 85% popular support we've got, public opinion, is translating into this massive 14.6 addition to our skill. So it's our skill in command, plus our popular support bonus, plus national cohesion is high enough that we're getting the cohesion value of 2.1 added onto the roll. So that gives us a total of 22.7 against a target number of 10.4, or minus 10.4. So it just, you compare your positive values against the target number value. In this case, it's based on the population of the nation. If it's exactly equal, like if I had plus 10 and the target was minus 10, meaning they're equal, it would be a 50% success chance. That's just very simple, basically how it works. And then the further you go in either direction, the chance goes up or down, depending on if you've got less points or more points than the target number. So we're overwhelmingly over the target numbers. So that's why we have such a high success chance. But that's one of the reasons why I crank public support up as high as I do, because it's used in so many of the bonus calculations. What percent do you lose the efficiency? That's way more complex than I can answer, man. You're granting me way more credit than I am due in being able to answer questions like that. At this point, I am barely better than a monkey banging on the keyboard. I don't know where the drop off or taper off point is. All right, so we're going to stabilize so we can get this 0.5 back down to 0.0 or 0.1.
Restoring
There we
order.
go. That's basically it in a nutshell. I mean, in the early game, that's basically it. You have your counselors, and each turn, you assign each of them a mission. You check if you want to buy new orgs. You check your research to make sure you've got the research going the direction you want and the amounts that you want. And then you pull the trigger and just let the simulation go. It's not much more to do. You can initiate with a mission, talking to another faction, and do trade deals and set up non-aggression pacts and things like that. So there are other tasks, but they're pretty much all tied to the mission system. So it's just a few things to check, and then you hit confirm assignments, and you press spacebar, and you let the simulation
Offering
run.
assistance.
Each of the missions fires off on a different timer when you pick the mission. when you're picking the missions, it'll show a little clock icon on the bottom right, and the number of pips that it shows is when it's going to be processed during this portion where it's actually simulating everything. So some missions fire off sooner, like the advised missions go really quickly. Whereas the claim territory missions are one of the last things to fire. We failed an inspiration. We rolled an 85 against a 70% chance. Try again next turn. All right, we finished our audience research. We got 25 bonus influence added to our pool. Time to switch that out. Let's go with... guess I'm going to start picking labs. Let's go with... Information Science Lab.
Person of interest surveilled.
Alright, investigate counselor succeeded. Take me
Cleaning
there.
things up.
Hey there. An evangelist or the servants. 12 perception. You stacking orgs? Cinnabar research, some science, and some tech boosts. East Garden genetics, cash, science, and not much more. Minor orgs. Those are his missions and his traits. Keep going.
Violence is abating.
Stabilized nation success. We got a massive success. We dropped it all the way down to 0 again. And we rolled pretty high, too. Alright, first lunar base has been founded. We get a bonus of 200 science and 100 influence for being the first. Hab module is complete at Copernicus. Both of our hab modules are complete. Now we just need to get the mining module and the power modules up there. New project available. So, yeah. Research and development can now do xenoflora defoliants. So as the aliens start taking hold on Earth, initially they're scuttling around behind the scenes. I won't spoil all the stuff, but they're doing things. And things are going to get nastier and nastier and nastier here on Earth as time goes by. Hey there, Agent Number 1. Greetings to you and your friends. Welcome to old guy tries to remember how to play Terra Invicta. Been a long time since I played it, and I didn't play it extensively even then, so I'm okay with the early game stuff, but I'll be puttering to a halt and reading a lot once we get to the space stuff. Yeah, we got America. It's all good. Alright, so we do more damage to xenofarming, and alien attempts to plant xenoforms in our regions suffer -2 penalty.
Recon complete.
We have investigated the alien site. That gets us a bonus for our xenology research as we move forward, and we have a new project. Oh, we completed that one. Alright, so we can detect alien contacts with humans.
Colonel,
And we should get another
believe the
objective
enemy
here.
is not-
New objective, investigate returned abductees. New objective, set our goals. New project available. Oh, that's the one we want right there. Yeah, set our goals. We want that new org. That new org is nice. So we have Purify the Earth. We have Xenoflora defoliants as our alien research stuff. And for our campaign objectives, it's now listing the new ones that they've added in. Complete the Purify the Earth project. Alright, to get to our, that set our goals one. So, 2,500 though. Ouch. 5,000 for Xenoflora defoliants. Yeah, let's go purify the Earth. And I think I'm going to back that off one. I'm going to spread things back out again. We'll put a focus on this, but I want to keep my hand in on the other ones. All right, that maximizes our science output by having it diversified. Keep going. Enemies are planning and plotting. Org marketplace is updated. Let's go look at our moon stuff. So we've got Elbrus base at Shackleton, and we've got, I can't pronounce that, at Copernicus crater. And the Copernicus one, we started to build solar collector. Or actually the solar collector's up. We're back up to 20 boost. Alright. So solar collector's up. I just need the mining module. We've got the core, we've got the power. I just need the mining module. Which we're waiting for the damn project to come up for. We've already got the main tech for it. Yeah. So it's just, it randomizes and takes a few turns before the project becomes available. So we'll just have to wait. All right. So we've got, we're peaceful again here in America. We've still got, I just keep an eye on this. If it drops below about 80, then I put a public campaign back down. So not much to do there. We are at 2.2 and we haven't had that event occur. So dare I start setting up some wars, or am I going to get interrupted and messed over? Let's do it. This is my learning mode anyway. So now that the timer's gone, we have full executive authority as humanity first in the United States policies. So we can go here, and there's things like declaring wars, granting independence, disbanding armies, disarming warheads, etc. So I think Cuba? Yeah, Cuba. I'm going to declare on Cuba, maybe Yemen, and Venezuela. I'll probably wait a turn in between each. I don't know how it handles multiples in the same turn. So, policies, priorities, how does this work? I don't even know where the buttons are. Relations, wars, rivals, manage, policies, none. Where do I go to even do this? Allied with Venezuela, rivals with the U.S., right? Oh, I remember. I have to do a mission. I have to have one of my guys do a mission for me to change these things. So it is which one? Yeah, set national policy. All right,
Ready.
Who's got set national policy? You've got set national policy. Yeah. All right. Do a set national policy mission.
Heading to the capital.
You
Standing by.
keep investigating.
Ready for orders.
Actually, you are not my hostile takeover person. Are there any good orgs out there we would want? It's okay. I would rather steal from servants, though. Cinnabar? Plus 30 research and plus 2 science is not bad. 2 stars, though. What is the... Warning symbol, active counselor cannot take possession of this org, and it will go... Oh, okay, go into the org pool. Yeah, got it. That I understand. How about we switch to, Daniel?
Reporting in.
Hey, Daniel. You're my org stealer. Even with that, he's only at a 12% on that one. The guys that are holding on to these must have pretty high org themselves, and we're not getting a good number. I'm gonna really have to pump that admin rating. Alright, so we're not gonna be stealing any orgs. Cancel that.
Ready to go.
Let's go back to... Actually, where are we at here? Have I lost ground? I want to keep pumping up our public opinion in Canada because I eventually want to retake it. Let's go back to investigating our own counselors, I think. I forget which ones I've already done.
Investigating target.
Yeah, let's contact... Oops, we don't have any resistance contacts currently. Never mind. Go find a resistance person.
Tracking target.
Alright, orgs. I love how they all light up in different ways. Adele, you got the biggest choice, do you? DARPA! DARPA is another expensive one. Lots and lots of research bonuses and investment point bonuses for military. We're not ready for any of these, though. They're too big for us right now. Redwood Global is ridiculous, but I do... Oh, that's right. I have my money spigot turned back on. We're up to $4 grand now and still climbing rapidly. Can I afford it? 20 monthly income. That's going to cut into our monthly pretty significant amount. But a 1-star that provides 3 admin. That's one of those really good stackable ones. I just don't know that it's worth the cost. It'd be a +2 gain on admin would get us 2 more points. No, 3 more points of control, which would close the gap on our deficit. I'm gonna do it. What the heck? The money's burning a hole in my pocket. Alright, that gets him up to +3 on the org capacity for us to fill others in. Major hit on my cash flow. Alright, they're done, they're done. We know tech's gone.
Offering counsel.
Keep
I think
advising.
we had a breakthrough.
Love that bonus to the U.S. economy. Inspire success. Do it again.
I have new information.
Investigate counselor success. So, oh, it's another servants person. Of course, now when I'm not yet ready to start assassinating these guys. Yeah, do one more on him.
We've got some
Get all the
intel on our
info.
target.
And, ooh, 5. 5. Alright, our spy needs to get some loyalty boost. Alright. So, I think Deep Space Watch just finished, so we're finding about alien bases. Here is the... I think this is the trigger for the thing I was talking about. Now that we have the set mission thing, for the, or the set policy for the U.S., this arrives, and this is what triggers the tanking of our score. It's at the worst possible time. Alright. Yeah, multiple alien bases detected.
How could one so
Deep Sky
young
Watch finished.
caught
I knew
that
that was coming. New project available. Research alien origin.
Mission complete.
And set policy. Hey there, set policy. Close that for a second. So it has not yet triggered the drop. I think it's going to be next turn when that happens. So I technically can still do this. We're going to declare a war on Cuba. Confirm. Alright, United States. Under the control of humanity, first declared war on Cuba. Continue. So now if we take a look, all of a sudden we've jumped up to 3.2. That was the whole reason to do that, is we got a +1. So right next to where I'm pointing on the screen here, it shows all the values that are being adjusted, and almost right where my pointer is, it says +1 from wars. And so that's what jumped our cohesion value up to 3.2. Now the next time I do it, it's not going to give me a straight up bonus like that. What it's going to increase is my rest value bonus. So it's going to raise the natural resting point that we're trending towards. So right now our calculated value is 3.0, and if I do another war declaration, we'll get a bonus that's going to push that value higher, which will drag up our cohesion score a little faster. So we're trying to kind of force our way up the cohesion ladder. We're still going to lose that point, but now we're still going to stay above 2.0. You need to be 2.0 or above, apparently, in order to kind of do this. Otherwise, the people of the country, of the United States, say, man, what the hell are you declaring wars for? We got problems at home you need to fix first. So that's why I was racing to try to get this done before we saw the drop. Now we'll be able to continue doing it even afterwards, which is great. All right, and inequality continuing to drop. We need it to drop a little faster. When's it gonna... Welfare is gonna fire off pretty soon. We're at 0.83 out of 1. As soon as it reaches 1, that's when it kind of triggers and this gets readjusted. So you have to build up towards the right-hand value. So we're a ways away from the next unity bump. We're only at 0.44 and need 2. Okay. Let's see if the cohesion drop comes through, and did I get it just barely in time? Nope, we don't have to make any action whatsoever. We're just declaring we're not actually going to prosecute the fight. We'll let it run for a while, and later we'll sue for peace. Our control points in the U.S. would be better protected. Yeah, so our defend mission for the U.S. control points is expired. I need to do a new one. So,
At your service.
Let's see. I still don't know where... Yeah, I still don't know. I need to locate another resistance counselor so I can go ask for share intel diplomacy. You can't do defend interests. Who can do defend interests?
At your service. Ready.
You've got it. We were investigating with you. That's fine. Defend interests. Defend interests puts a little shield icon on top of your control points, and it lasts for X amount of time. Depending on the size of the nation, it varies how long it'll last, depending on how many control points are being defended. But it basically puts a big defense bonus against other nations or other counselors trying to take my control points from me. So it uses your counselor's action, but it makes it harder for them to take your control points. So you always want to do that for your important locations. Okay, so we're advising, we're inspiring, we're defending. You are still investigating, and you... I would like to do another national policy. See if we can squeeze in the one more war before that thing triggers. We should be okay even after it triggers now that we've managed to get ahead of the bump. So,
time to make a move.
Any new orgs? Sandia still. Man, I'd love to take you, but I can't afford that huge drain on the cash yet. Not until we start generating some. No change there. Did we hit 40? Hey, we finally hit 40 for Daniel. So we're going to go ahead and take the upgrade that I've been waiting for, which is Senior Computer Scientist. 10 science monthly income, +1 to his science stat, which is going to raise our ability to advise for the U.S. It'll give us an extra percentage of research and investment points. And then a huge 25% bump to information science research. Yes. Senior computer scientist. And what that means is when you see those numbers like +25 to information science research, when we go to these groups, you notice these percentages right here. These are our faction bonuses. Information science lab. We're getting that bonus because we have 25% being added from our counselor that we just gave that skill to. And then 2% from various orgs. So, I mean, we're almost 30% increased speed on researching that category. It's huge. So, I think it's going to be worth it. Okay. I'm still pretty spread out. We're leading in research here. I think we're going to catch and overtake the lead here. Yeah, I'm just going to leave things spread out so we maximize our research bonus. The more I spread out to, the higher our total output is. So, I'm okay there. I think we're good.
I will help them.
Advise mission complete. We're up to 12%, so we're boosting the nation's research output by 12 and investment points output by 10. Investment points are those pips that I put into the various categories for the nations I control. So we're getting a 10% boost just from this one guy advising.
I couldn't
It is
get
costing
through to
us
them.
influence to do that. Failed the inspire. Oh my god, I have a new winner for a closest roll. 0.04 failure. That is by far the closest roll I've had yet. Yeah. Come on, man.
Securing our control.
Defend interest mission complete. So our defend shield is up on our control points. New project, that's finally here. Outpost Mining Complex finally showed up. We're going to switch to that and maximize that so we can get working on getting materials to our base up in the moon.
Person of interest, surveil.
Investigate counselor success, so improve the knowledge. That's the servant counselor. I thought it was my own guy. Oh, there it is. And it fired off just before I got my war declaration. They have not come in peace. So basically, the road ahead is fraught, and it's going to say all nations cohesion drops by 1 point. So that's what I was talking about. So as soon as I click this 3.2 is going to become a 2.2. But we're still above the 2.0 benchmark, so I can still do what I was wanting to do. 2.2. Alright, project complete, Information Science Lab. We are going to switch to Outpost Mining Complex. Select. And we are going to turn off all other research and maximize that 100%. So 31.5 per day. Completes 23 December. We might complete it. I don't know if it's going to be a 14-day pulse or a 15-day pulse, so we might finish it in 1 day. It'll be close. And then we get to do our second war.
Policy direction complete.
Declare war. Let's do Venezuela next. So, if we go take a look, it didn't jump that by 1 like I talked about earlier, but we should have gotten a rest value increase. So when we go calculate this one, I forget where it shows it. Nah, it says +2 from wars. I was pretty sure the rest value would get changed. But our rest value is sitting at 3.53. Oh yeah, I'm looking the cohesion rest value. So yeah, that's the one. So it's raised our rest value to 3.53. So we're at 2.3. Our rest state is 3.5. So we're going to naturally get a push towards 3.5. And then the other things I'm doing are pushing even further. Man, this thing sure hasn't changed much. We're at 0.42. I think I might change this. Let's even this out a little bit. I need to get this inequality down now that we're artificially pushing unit or cohesion. I need to get this down. The faster I can drop this, the faster this is going to go up. All right, we'll try that for a little bit. We're done? We're not quite done.
In each of us.
All right,
members
advanced
grow
chemical rocketry.
through meditation, prayer,
Initiative
and
chose
togetherness.
deep space propulsion
These
concepts
gems-
for the next tech. Yeah, I knew we weren't going to catch up on that one. New orgs have become available. Another alien base detected. Alright, planning stage. And new orgs. So, if we go solar system, we got all sorts of stuff coming in. We got 3 different ships coming in. We got Victor 5 on the way. It is a Wanderer class destroyer due in 27 days. Victor 6 due in 110 days. A Mist class gunship. Victor 10's going somewhere else. Alright, yeah, a lot of alien ships out there, a lot of bases out there at various points. If we go to aliens, there's their different habs. All the different components and parts and guns and generators and all sorts of stuff.
Ready for my
Nothing we
mission.
can do about that right now. Back to Earth. Okay, we got our second war declared. I got 1 to go. I'd still like to do 1 more. Oh, really? Are we getting Kuwait back? I don't think nobody came to take it from me. That means we're over again because I didn't renew it. How much negative are we taking? We're barely positive on influence. By being over our control cap limit, we're losing a bunch of influence. As well as it's a lot easier for people to get into my stuff, to crack my stuff. Well, I guess we're going back to kleptocratic. Let's build up that cash flow again. Wasn't expecting that to come back. How's Mexico doing? Do we still have any part of Mexico? We got one control node left in Mexico and one control node left in Canada. Alright. I'm going to keep Otto trying to abandon Mexico. Canada, I better keep doing as well. It's going to be a while before we can retake Canada. It is on the list, though. Okay. So, things are proceeding. Uh-oh. What's our number at now? 81. No, not quite yet. Alright, advising, inspiring.
What's the op?
I need you to make sure you're inspiring you.
I'll speak with them.
What's the op?
Steve-O. Let's see. I need to do one more national policy.
Acknowledged.
I think we'll have you do that.
On my way to the capital.
Steve,
Your orders?
we're gonna have you
Ready to go.
not steal anything. Let's do... I still don't have... yeah, I gotta track some people down. Alright, we gotta go find a resistance. Let's do this unknown person in Russia.
Initiating surveillance.
You do the similar... You go after this person in Congo.
Surveilling target.
Alright, new orgs? What do we got? I do like boost and, 2 boost and a mission control. We can easily afford the cash outlay, so it's just the 2 stars that we don't have a countering amount of admin coming in. That means I need to have somebody who can comfortably hold that, but still have enough points to do other things. It's not going to give skills, it's not going to give anything, so it doesn't really matter who holds this. But I might give it to our evangelist. He's got 5 points. He'll still have 3 that I can org stack on him with. She could do it, but it gets a little close. Yeah, we're going to do it here. So boost, super important in the early game to get your initial foothold in space. Then it tapers off in importance and it becomes all about mission control. So right now we're using 4 of our 8 available mission control. I don't have any mission control generation going on right now, so I need to start getting that up so that we can drop more locations on Mars. We've got our bases on the moon, so we just got to get some, as soon as Mars gets ready, we need to be ready to drop a base out there as well. So I think I am going to grab that. Confirm. I didn't see anything else that I was too interested in. Definitely not DARPA. 2 science points and 28 research a month for 2 stars, plus, 10% material science, another big bump. That would normally have to go on Daniel, because we want him to get the science bump, because that is what is giving us our percent bonuses when he does the advised missions, so that would give us 2 more percent for advising the U.S. research and investment point output. He's got 4 out of 10, so we'd have 4 left after that. I can org stack on that, so yeah, let's do that too. Get him to 14. Alright, think that's it. How's our research doing? We're gonna charge hard on Outpost Mining Complex, followed by Purify the Earth. I'm not too worried about most of the rest of this. The Arrival would be good. There's some really good texts and projects behind that one, but these are the two I'm most keen on. So we'll just let that ride for a while. Off we go. It has not quite yet left early access. I've got an advanced, basically review copy of the 1.0 build, but it releases 1.0 to the public on January 5. So a week and a half, 2 weeks. Alright, another alien station detected.